Hello students, let us come to the history lesson today. The first section contains three great events like French Revolution, Russian Revolution and the rise of Nazism. All these events had a great role in the modernization of the world. Let us start with the French Revolution. When we study in deep about the effect of French Revolution on the world, we can bring or brief that French Revolution ended monarchy in France and paved the way for an administration by the representatives of people. This revolution influenced the world with three rooted emotional terms like liberty, equality and fraternity, which could move the whole or the entire continent to rise in revolt to attain freedom. So let us go to the portion now. French Revolution was not made in a day in 1789. Years of past history of sufferings of people under despotic Bourbon rulers culminated in the execution of the King of France. Even though the death of the king was not hoped by the people, it happened in due course of time. Several situations prevailed in Europe as a whole, particularly in France, led the people to come forward against the existing administrative system and hoped to replace it with any other form of government. Finally, in 1791, France got a constitution. So, let us need to peep into the socio-economic and political background of French Revolution. Let us start. In 1774, when Louis XVI of Bourbon family ascended the throne of France at the age of 20, he got married to an Austrian prince named Marie Antoinette. But he was welcomed by an empty treasury when he came to throne, due to the continuous long years of war of France with different countries, especially with Britain, in order to help the 13 colonies of America to attain independence from Britain. Moreover, the extravagance of the palace, that is Versailles Palace, added the financial crisis. So, to balance the regular activities or functions of government, such as maintaining army or the court or palace, or to manage government officials and universities, etc., France got forced to increase tax. There is no any other way. So, the introduction of new taxes to the society is considered as one of the important reasons for the outbreak of French Revolution. And one of the important feature of the French society was that it was divided into major three sections, and these sections are known as estates. And the first section consists of clergy, that means simply priest. Priests in churches were known as clergy. And the second estate was nobility or noble people or the richest landlords. And the third section includes all the other section of society, just like peasants, artisans, landless laborers or servants, etc. in one side, or the other section of the third society including big merchants or traders or court officials and lawyers also. So, whenever a new tax is going to introduce or any type of taxes are introducing, all type of taxes were to be paid by the third section of society. They were the poorest among the poorest also. And the French society was also a part of feudal system. It means it is a system, a social system based on the possession of land. And in the feudal system, it will be having a triangle shape, and at the head the king will be there. The topest position in the feudal system will be given to the king, and in the bottom level all the third estate people or the commonest among the common people including poor people will be there, and these common people need to pay every type of taxes in order to maintain the administrative matters of a whole kingdom like French society. The peasants constituted 90% of total population, but they have very less land. 60% of the total land is with nobles, churches and other richest section of the society, but they were exempted from all type of taxation. And not only that, many privileges like feudal dues from the peasants or a lot of other privileges etc. were enjoyed by the first and third estate always. The peasants or the third estate were meant to pay different type of taxes, either direct tax or indirect taxes like tithe. That means a tax to be paid to the church. That is 1/10 of the agricultural product is to be given by the peasants to the church. And another tax is called tally or tail. That means a direct tax to be paid by the people to the government. And another different type of taxes were also there for every important products using in our daily life, including salt or tobacco also. Moreover, these third estate also need to render their services to the landlord, just like domestic or farm activities or services in the army or construction of road, etc. This is why, in order to get a clear definition about the type of French society, there is a common saying that it says that the clergies prayed, the nobles played, and the peasants paid. This sentence gives full details about what kind of a society was existed in France during the time of French Revolution. That means every burden of maintaining the first and second category are on the shoulders of the third estate. When the population of France raised in 1789, it led to a problem of shortage of food item. So the prices of available food grains were rose rapidly. With the lower wages of people, it was very difficult for them to purchase food grains, which led a group of people or a gap in between people, just like rich and poor. And poor harvest due to drought or hail led to another practical or a different type of situation called subsistence crisis, which means an extreme situation where the basic needs of livelihood is endangered. So subsistence crisis also can be considered as a situation where people were forced to come forward or come against the government activities. A new group of middle class people were emerged during this time. They were from merchants or traders or lawyers or manufacturers, etc. They earned a earning by themselves by conducting different types of trade with other countries also, or by their own profession. They were not ready to accept the idea of privileges in society on the basis of birth. Instead, they believed that one must obtain his position in society only on his merit. These ideas were given to the people by the philosophers of France such as John Locke or Jean-Jacques Rousseau, etc. These philosophers played a great role to motivate people of third estate especially in order to fight for freedom and equality. They gave confidence for them by saying that they don't have anything to lose as they don't have anything in their hand. But if they are joining together, they can gain a lot of things in their daily life. John Locke wrote a book named Two Treatises on Government, in which he rejected the absolutist policy of monarchs, and he also supported a government with representatives of people. And Rousseau, in his book The Social Contract, described about a form of government where there must be a contract between representatives of people and the government. One another person also here we have Montesquieu, also was a great philosopher who demanded the division of power of government between legislature, executive and judiciary. And he proposed that this model of government was in force in USA after getting freedom from Britain, and USA guarantees freedom and right for its citizen and political and social life also. These were a good topics for people to discuss widely in different corners of their daily life and spread these thoughts through books and newspapers, and which were read in public for the people those who are illiterate. At this time, people got angry and protested against the privileged group when they heard a news of new tax is going to imposed by Louis XVI. In old regime, that is the society or the administrative system of France before 1789, there was a condition that the monarch needed to call the meeting of a state general. It was the name of the French parliament during those times. So only after calling that estate general, the monarch was able to increase or to impose a new tax. So when Louis XVI called the meeting on 5th May 1789 in the hall of Versailles Palace in order to discuss the matter of imposing a new tax, first and second estate sent their representatives, that is 300 representatives each, and seated in the rows facing each other in two sides of the hall. While the 60 representatives of third estate entered into the hall, they need to stand in back. And these 60 representatives of third estate were from educated and prosperous family, and they brought all their demands and grievances in 40,000 letters to be present and to discuss in the meeting. There was a system of solving the problems or discussing the problems of people in or before 1789 in France. That means whenever a problem is going to discuss, it will be set for voting in a state general to confirm and also to get the support. And the voting was given in particular that it had been conducted as each estate had one vote. So always first and second estate had joined together and utilized these opportunities to oppose the demand of the third estate. So when this new meeting happened in 1789 under Louis XVI, the third estate demanded voting right for each representative instead of each estate. They got this idea from the revolutionaries or the philosophers through their writings. But this demand was refused by Louis XVI. So the third estate members were decided to walk out from that assembly hall in protest. This led to another important incident in the French Revolution known as Oath of Tennis Court, or also called Tennis Court Oath. That is, the representatives of third estate, after walking out of that assembly hall, they gathered in the hall of a nearby indoor tennis court in Versailles itself, and it was on 20th July, and declared themselves as National Assembly for the France, and took a pledge that they will not disperse from that area until a new constitution is got drafted. This incident is known as Tennis Court Oath. These third estate had their leaders like Mirabeau and Abbessier. Both of them were from noble family or from clergy family, but were not interested in the privileges enjoying by the people by their birth. That is why they supported this third estate. National Assembly of Third Estate was busy in drafting the constitution at Versailles, but the rest of France was in total disturbances and uncertainty because a severe winter leads to bad harvest, rise of prices of food grains and bread, which lead the people to lose their temper and to rush into the nearby shops. At the same time, King of France sent an army to Paris to suppress these people. So the total mob was infuriated and they destroyed the so-called prison, that is prison of Bastille, which is considered as a symbol of the despotic cruelties of monarch. Bastille fort was, or the Bastille prison was captured by the angry mob hoping to collect weapons in order to fight against these leaders. And the prison was demolished. As situations were out of control, many of the nobles or owners of the manorial buildings or palaces etc. fled to nearby countries. Knowing the loss of support from his own people and the increasing power of people, finally Louis XVI decided to accept the National Assembly and to be under the control of a constitution. That means to accept constitutional monarchy where his powers are limited. That shows the end of the long drawn grip of monarchy and brought the light of freedom and equality for the whole France, where people started to breathe the air of equality and dignity. all these incidents together known as French Revolution, where monarchy replaced to constitutional monarchy. So children, we have discussed only about the first portion, that is about the situations which led to the French Revolution alone today. We have lots of other points, just like what the National Assembly have done, what was the activities of the constitution, and whatever powers are there for the new or the new king in France, etc. in the next class. So let us wind up now. Thank you. Keep reading and studying well. Have a nice day.